morning everyone, and welcome back to Craft Eccentricity. And I was going to be up today with something sparkly and pretty, but I'm delaying that for tomorrow instead because I had some stamps arrive, and it's only 3 sets of stamps. And I thought what I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp them and I'm going to show you, but I also made a project with one of them too. And the reason for that is when you look at all the reviews and stuff that are left on Aliexpress when people buy stamps, all they show you are photographs of the stamps that they purchased. You get very few people that will show the stamped image or a project that they've made using those stamps. So sometimes it can be really difficult to know whether you're getting something good or not. So anyway, I bought 3 and my 3 are very good. So I just want to share those with you. And to go with them, I've used Surprise Creation dies for one of the projects, and that's the new scallop edge rectangles. I think these are the 5x7 ones. But here are the stamps that I've got. Now, I have got them out of the packet, so I may not have put them back in completely straight, but I got myself some little mices. At least I think they're mice. So you've got a sort of like summery, springy image there where you've got them lounging on their back with little flowers. You've got the sentiment there. You make the good times better and the hard time easier. And also, I'm here for you. You've got little hearts. You've got that. I'll put my finger on it. Tiny little mouse with a flower. And those ones there, ice skating, perfect for the winter. So I got that set. And I got myself some bubbles. And you can see, I took those out. I didn't put them in the right way around. And bubbles are good for everything. Good for fish, good for backgrounds, good for mixed media. You can stamp over scrapbook paper, you know, sort of script paper, cut the bubbles out, and you can do some really cool stuff with them. So I've got some bubbles, and I also got this scenic window, which when you look at it, it looks a bit dark and daunting. And it's not, because that's kind of like almost a reverse of how it appears. So I really like that, and so that's the one I've done for my project, and I've stamped these, but I'll show you this one first. So I only stamped a little bit of the bubbles, but you can see they're nice and clear, great outlines on them. So that's a stamp set that works. And I think one of the things I might do, because I buy so many stamps, is I'll start to use a lot more of them so that you can actually, you know, decide for yourself and you can see that the things are working properly. The other one I did on a scrap of card, and I just coloured it in with my Touch 5 markers, and I did the 2 little mice skating, and I stamped out the sentiment there. But you can see the lines of the mice, and it just stamps really lovely. Now I didn't use as what you call it, a stamp. Do you know, my brain is all over the place this morning. A stamp gadget doodah thing, you know, like the one I used yesterday. Yeah, I actually used a stamp block, so I might have been, you know, a little bit off with my stamping, but it still looks really good. So that is my little mices. And then for my project where I use the Surprise Creation dies is the window. And because I'd still got my paint pens on the table from yesterday, that's exactly what I did, in exactly the way that I showed you how to do the butterfly yesterday, is how I painted this. And it just stamps up really beautifully. And then I fussy cut the brick. Rather than just leave it flat, I fussy cut around the wobbly brick, went around it with some black soot distress ink, and just mounted it on those colours. But it was stamped out all over it again with the paint pens like I showed you yesterday. And then once you've done all that, then you just stamp over it and you get all your detail back. And then people can be really impressed and wonder how on earth you got that colour there without going over everything. And the little plant here, that's just done by dotting the paint pen up and down, and I used 2 shades of green and then just threw a little bit of pink in there, and it looks quite 3-dimensional, I think. So really pleased with the way that one came out, and it's a huge stamp, so I will measure it because, as I say, you know, I fussy cut it. It's 5.5, and I'm gonna say 3 3/4 because, you know, my bricks are a bit wibbly wobbly where I've cut them, but I just absolutely love that. If you're somebody who likes to sit down and do a little bit of watercolouring, then it would look absolutely awesome in a frame. And if you like to do decoupage, you know, stamp it 3 times, colour one, cut the flowers out on the pot there, double layer those so they're coming towards you, and then cut 2 of these out and, you know, double layer those so that you've got some really lovely dimension to the card. So you don't always have to use dies for everything, but I just think that's really lovely. I think it's a charming image. So that's what I've got for you today. I'm sharing the fact that stamps work, and when my stamps work, I'll start sharing them with you. Right, so tomorrow will be pretty and sparkly, and you have an absolutely awesome day. As usual, all links below. Bye.